there's an activity in Moodle called feedback, which is essentially a survey, but it's something that you can then link to your Moodle shell, which allows students to give you feedback on certain things that may help you as you move forward in the course, as you're checking what they've learned so far, different things like that. So I'm going to show you how to set one of those up. Again, we have editing on. I click the activity or resource and I find the feedback. And this explains what it is. It even shows you here some activities that you could use it for. So there's some helpful hints in there for you. I'm going to click Add. I'll call it a survey, and you can put in a description here if you'd like to. If you click this, that will show up on the Moodle page for them. You have the option to click the availability or just leave it open. The questions and submission settings. This allows you to have it be anonymous so that the student's name won't be attached to it, or you can use their name depending on how you want this to be set up. You can allow for multiple submissions, or it defaults to just having it where each student can only do it the one time. Enabling notifications of submissions that would alert you when a submission is made. Then after submissions, you can show them an analysis page so they get to see what's happened so far, or you can just leave it so they can't see it and you can share that with them later. You can put in a completion message, thank you for completing the survey, something along those lines. And then you can also link it to the next activity. Some instructors use a survey as a prerequisite to taking a test. So they have to do the survey first, then it links automatically to the next activity. So that's what those options are for. And then when you're all ready, you can save and display. And this brings you to here. As you see, there's no questions in here yet. We have the overview, the edit questions, templates, analysis, and show responses. We can't see any of these yet because there aren't any. So we're going to start out with editing the questions. We're going to choose a question type. I'm going to show you just a couple of options here. One of them, a multiple choice. You can mark it so it's required, and then you write in what the question is. Multiple choice type. There's only they can only choose one answer. You can have it where they can choose more than one answer. And remember, it's not a test, so you're just going to give them different options for them to choose. So I'm going to take a second and fill this in, and then we'll come back. So I filled in the question here, what's your favorite testing style? Then here, you just list the options, and it says down here one line for each answer. And it shows position 1. I'll explain that in a second. I save the question. And then it shows our first question here. Now we can add another question. Let's make this a numeric answer. I'm going to make this required also. And let me go ahead and fill this in, and we'll come back in a second. Now for the numeric one, here, let me back up so you can read everything I have here. The question is, on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 is not at all, 5 is very much, how much do you enjoy public speaking? So then I made my range from 1 to 5, and this says position 2. That just means that it's the second question that's going to come up. If I wanted to change that and have this as the first one, I would just change it to 1. So then I save this question. So now you see, because I have them as required, it shows the red asterisk there. If you want to change the question at any time, you can click this gear to edit the question. If you want to preview the quiz, I can go back here to Overview, and answer the questions is just kind of a way to see what they'll look like. And you'll notice in here, scale of 1 to 5, if I put D and submit my answers, it's not going to let me. This is required. I haven't picked anything, so that's a problem. And D is not a numeric value, so it's going to limit it to what's within there. So this is just a way that you can go through and then get a feeling for how students are responding to certain things so you can gear your lesson accordingly. If you have any questions with this or anything else in Moodle, make sure you fill out a help desk ticket and we'll be glad to help you out. Thanks. Have a good day.